Look at you with your bitter pen and your pocket full of names. I'm sorry that your daddy's dead, but you're a bastard all the same. Put your mouth where your money is.
What's up, guys? Your boy Rome 300 back again with another review. As you can see, we're gonna talk about Mendittorosa's Omega. This is another beautiful EDP from her company. I know a lot of people don't know about it, so I'm trying to put some light on this company because they're coming out with some pretty, unique and pretty good fragrances, if I do say so myself. So this one, I'm just going to show you the presentation right now. As you can see, it comes in a wooden crate as it stands right there. You can also see that it has a metal top and also a metal engraving of the Omega sign and also the word Omega. On the other side, you can also see, if you give me a second, I'll turn it around for you guys. You can also see it has the Mendittorosa signature written right in the middle right there. So that's a really nice detailed presentation. The wooden box is sturdy. As you can see, this thing is not moving. As you probably seen how hard it was for me to actually get like you got to be careful trying to take the fragrance out because there's no cushion inside. It's just the wood, and basically that's how you take it out. The front of the coffin looks like this. As you can see, got the name there. Front of the coffin looks like that. So that's Mendittorosa's presentation. We're gonna get into how it smells, because pretty much that's the bread and butter of their fragrances and any fragrance that we want to review. So let's get into that. I'll see you guys in 1 minute. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rome 300 again. Yeah, we out here. Once again, it's time to review another fragrance, man, and I'm happy to be back. It's been a month since I recorded a video, so things happen. You gotta work, you gotta travel, and sometimes you don't have time to make videos, but the time is now. Before I get into the video review, I want to thank everybody that's been watching my videos, and especially people that's been kind of giving me advice on what to do in regards to videos. And I apologize to some of these guys that once I put the videos up there, I don't usually put the name of the fragrance, because sometimes I don't pronounce the name of the fragrance correctly, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't put the names of the fragrances up there. Gentleman also reminded me to put where I purchased the fragrance up. So I do appreciate that. I will be doing that more often. And sometimes that kind of slips my mind. And also to all the people that I told you guys that I was going to be sending samples out. That wasn't a lie. I have sent those samples out to the people that did win, the contest, or just the samples. I don't usually post them on the boards or on my page, because I just don't want other people to get kind of jealous on that part, or get envious, or mad because I didn't pick them. But when I do that, it's kind of the people that won, they know they won, and that's pretty much it. So with that said, let's get into the fragrances, baby. All right, back to it. It is this baby right here. Omega. Mendittorosa's first part of the trilogy of Omega, Id, and no, excuse me, this is the last part of the trilogy. It's Alpha, Id, and Omega. To describe this fragrance, and I had it for a while now, probably about 3-4 months, and I couldn't really do it justice until I kind of got my hands around it and, you know, lived with it for a while. And now I think I can, you know, definitely tell you guys what's really up with the fragrance. This one is a dry, slightly powdery, warm, slightly sweet, heavy, I guess, incense-based fragrance. Now, this is where it gets interesting. There's no incense note in this fragrance. I don't know why, but I get a very strong blast of incense, slight vanilla, and that's, I mean, the vanilla is there. It's just, I'm used to sweet vanillas. This isn't a sweet vanilla. This is a vanilla with a leathery vibe to it and an incense kind of base to it. Like the incense is at the bottom, but that's what makes it dry. That and a leather. Very warm fragrance. This fragrance is made specifically for cold winter nights. This is what I think, this is where it really shines. It's more of a fragrance to me that most fragrances you wear, you kind of wear it on your skin, throw it on your neck, throw it on the back of your neck, wherever, your arms, your chest, wherever. Sidebar. For those who spray it on their sternum, don't do that. Heat develops right there very fast, and the fragrance will pretty much disappear in minutes because so much heat in that area. So don't spray on your chest. Back to this. This bottle design of the fragrance, if you saw before, is so unique to me. You know, I don't know if you guys get a chance to see that, but it's just a beautiful presentation in every aspect. You know, the gold top, you know, comes up, it looks like a harp. You know, like you've seen the Id video. You guys understand that the metal piece goes around. It's just, you know, very nice. And the bottle is so thick, the top is so heavy. The gold juice, everything about this is just very well done. The perfume house is based in Italy. It's an Italian perfume house. I really, really enjoy it. The only thing about this fragrance that bothers me is that you have to spray it on your clothes. Spraying it on your clothes makes it last at least 2 to 3 hours longer. If you spray it on your skin, you're gonna get probably 4 to 6 hours out of the fragrance, you know, and it becomes more of a skin scent after that. If you spray on your clothes, for some reason, it attached to the material and it stays much longer. You're gonna get 8 to 10 hours out of this, and it will continuously just kind of pump out the vanilla, the leather, the, you know, all the iris in there. It's just a beautiful blended fragrance. It's not something that's gonna wow you though. It's not something that you're gonna be like, wow, this is awesome. I can't believe it smells like this. No, this is a great scent, I think, for either if you work in a cold environment or you're out always in the cold and you still want to smell good. Like if you're maybe going shopping, or maybe you do a lot of traveling and it requires you to be outside. This is that type of fragrance for the winter. I want to break down the notes for you guys just to kind of give you an idea of what's inside of the fragrance itself. Okay. Once again, I gotta go to my phone because I can't remember any of this shit. All right, here we go. Top notes are kumis. Middle notes are jasmine, iris, and leather. Base notes are vanilla, olibanum, oud, and white musk. Not a lot of notes, but some really intense notes. That iris, that white musk, that kumis, and I think where I get that that incense vibe from is a combination of the iris and leather. I know leather usually has a drier feel to it when it comes off. The sweetness obviously comes from the vanilla, but like I said before, it's not a sweet fragrance. It comes off more more of a kind of a sweet, spicy, leathery fragrance. And I don't want to say sweet too many times because that's where I'm going to confuse you. If you've ever had something that is what's a good cereal to come across is what I'm talking about. If you ever taste this the cereal called Kexx. Kexx is sweet, but it's not really sweet. It's like the threshold between that point of, okay, it's good without sugar, but it would taste better with sugar. That's the kind of vibe I get from this. It's sweet, but it's not to that point of, that's the first thing you're gonna come off. The first thing that's gonna come off is a dry, smoky, leathery incense vibe, and then sweetness comes in there with that vanilla smell. I'll show you how the sprayer works so you guys can get an idea of how good it is. And I think that their sprayers are pretty decent. There's nothing wrong with it. I've ever had a problem with them. Decent. Very nice. Now, I know a lot of people saying, what about the iris? The iris there. The iris is there, but it's not, it's not anything that you'll catch off the top notes or the middle notes. I mean, the leather kind of dominates majority of the whole fragrance until probably about 3 hours, and then everything else kind of blends in together. I seriously get that incense, vanilla, leather, kind of spicy vibe from this, and it's so dry that no cold will bother you once you put this on. It's a really, really unique fragrance in that sense that you try to find those fragrances that you can kind of wear outside and it won't get completely shut down because it's 25 degrees outside. This is one of those fragrances. You can wear this, I think, in day and night. I would probably say more of a early afternoon, to the daytime. This would probably be the better fragrance. I don't see people wearing this out at night because it's not something romantic or something that you're gonna get noticed from, in the sense of a woman's gonna be like, wow, you smell really good. This is more of a daytime work scent. you know, once again, going out, maybe in the cold and going shopping or something like that. If that's kind of your vibe, somebody that's always out and about, yeah, give this one a chance. Check it out. You know, definitely let me know what you think. I hope I'm not leaving anything else out. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. If you guys have any questions about it, please leave me on my Facebook page or, you know, on the YouTube comment page. I do have a surprise for you guys real quick. Let me get that. Some of you guys knew a long time ago, not a long time, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, that this company sent me some samples, you know, to distribute to people so they can get an idea what the house smells like. I got a treat for some of you guys. Bam. I still got, you know, a couple of bags in here. Fragrances. It's probably maybe 6 or 7 more fragrances, different ones for different parts of household. I got Omega, Id, you know, Alpha, and I have, I think, North and South. I'm not sure. But if you want one of the samples, you know, put a comment down saying you want a sample. Once again, it's going to be a random draw. I'll send out, you know, the samples to as many of the people that I can. I'm not sure how many are in here. I'll say between 7 and 10 samples. And that's pretty much it. You know, I want to kind of give back to you guys just because you've been supporting my channel and I appreciate it. All right. So until next time, like I always said, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.